In continuation with chapter 8, that is human health and disease, let us look into the topic today, AIDS and cancer. Both are very dreadful diseases in our country, so let us understand it one by one. Starting with AIDS, what it stands for: acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So what is AIDS? It is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Let us understand term by term. Acquired means from somewhere it has been taken up, acquired. So there are two main sources, that is through sexual contact. It can be acquired by infected person, or it can be through the body fluids. That is, it can be through the infected needles, infected syringes, or through blood transfusion. These can be the main, you can say, transferring agents or how it is spread. So then coming to immuno, that is immune system, deficiency. Deficiency means lack of something. So immune system is lacking because what happens? The disease causing agent, what is the causative agent? That is HIV. Human immunodeficiency virus. Now what this HIV will do? It will make the human immune system deficient because it is going to attack macrophages. Later on, it will attack the T lymphocytes. So that is how it is affecting our immune system. So the immune system will become deficient, or we will be lacking in the immune system as well, because the cells of our immune system are affected. Then that is how it is deficiency of immune system. Syndrome. Syndrome means collection of symptoms. Now why collection of symptoms? Because if the immune system is not working properly, a simple disease can turn into dreadful disease. Like a simple common cold which is there can turn into pneumonia. So that is how it is harmful. So this explains that AIDS is acquired through these immunodeficiency because it is affecting the immune cells, and syndrome because it is collection of symptoms. Now coming to this HIV, which is the causative agent, it is termed as retrovirus. Why retrovirus? Because over here, children, RNA is the genetic material of this particular virus. Ribose nucleic acid, RNA is the genetic material. Now, how it is going to insert into these macrophages? It has to insert itself in the host DNA. Host DNA has to have this particular part of retrovirus so that it can multiply. RNA cannot multiply like this. First, this RNA has to be converted into DNA. Then this DNA will integrate into the host DNA. So firstly, the viral RNA will form viral DNA because it is kind of opposite of transcription. What was transcription? DNA will be forming RNA, that is transcription. But here, RNA is forming DNA. So it is reverse transcription. So with the enzyme reverse transcriptase, this happens. That is why it is called as a retrovirus. Now this DNA is formed. For example, this is the host DNA and this is the viral DNA. So now this viral DNA will integrate in the host DNA, and now it will multiply in the macrophages, it will attack the T lymphocytes, and that is how the immune system will become deficient. Now how this can be treated? Actually a proper cure is still not available, but we can use antiretroviral therapy. What is that? Certain drugs are there which will inhibit this growth of the virus. Then how we can detect this AIDS? Detection is through a method called as ELISA. What is this ELISA? It is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Enzyme linked as an immunosorbent. Sorbent means that immunoglobulin is absorbed on this surface. And if suppose a blood sample is there and it is containing this antigen HIV, it will bind on this, reaction will happen. This actually immunoglobulin is enzyme linked. One enzyme is present over here. After it attaches, this enzyme will release and we are going to provide a substrate. So the enzyme will react with the substrate and it is going to form a product. This product will be colored. So we can see that if the color is there, that HIV was present. If color is not there, it is absent. So that is how we term it positive test and negative test. So this is about AIDS. How prevention will be there, how we can prevent AIDS, how it is spread, we can prevent those spreading mechanisms. We can prevent the sexual contact with multiple partners, body fluids, how we can avoid it, because disposable needles are used these days. Even the drug addicts are there, they use those needles to inject the drug. So from there also it can transfer. So disposable needles, and other thing is blood transfusion. Whenever blood transfusion is happening, how it should happen? Firstly, the test should be done of the blood sample, whether it is containing HIV or not. Then only the transfusion should happen. Because if the blood will have this HIV, it will transfer to the person who is getting the blood. Next, let us see about cancer. So cancer is another dreadful disease. It is uncontrolled cell division. When cell division has no control in the body, that is actually a cancerous cell. So let us look into cancer. Cancer refers to uncontrolled cell division. See, normally when cells are dividing, they have a process which is called as contact inhibition. Means they will be inhibited. If they are growing in number, through contact, their growth will be inhibited. But this cancerous cells, they will lose, they have lost the contact inhibition and they will be tumorous in nature. Tumor cells. Two types of tumors can be there, benign tumor and malignant tumor. Benign means it will remain there only wherever the cancer is there, and malignant will mean that it is going to transfer to the different parts of the body. So because malignant tumor can transfer to the different parts, this process of spreading of cancer in the same organism in the body, it is called as metastasis. Now let us see how this is happening. What are the genes which are responsible for causing cancer? There are certain proto-oncogenes in the body which are actually there in all the cells. Due to certain factors, these will get activated and it will form oncogenes. Now once it is activated, it forms the oncogenes. This is going to cause the tumor. How they will be activated, that can be the question. That is through certain mutagens like UV radiations, different ionizing radiations, the lifestyle which can cause the tumor. So these are termed as mutagens. Now how it can be treated? Firstly, before treating, detection. How it can be diagnosed? With certain techniques like MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. Then another technique is using different X-rays, and another is CT, computed tomography. With this, the cancer cells can be detected clearly from the normal cells. Lastly, let us see how this cancer, after detection, how these can be removed from the body. What is the cancer therapy which is available? So, if we talk about therapy, variety of therapies are there. Chemotherapy, radiation therapy, So what is chemotherapy? Chemicals, medicines can be used, but it has lot many side effects. There is loss of hair, loss of appetite. Then radiation. Why radiations are used? They will kill any cancer cell which is present in the body. Surgery is removal of the cancerous part. Even after surgery, doctors suggest that you should go for radiation. Why so? Because even a single cell is present in the body that can initiate the cancer again. So that is why radiations are given. Even if a single cell is there, that cancerous cell can also be removed, killed. Immunotherapy. This is interesting. Immunotherapy focuses on that the cancerous cells, what it will do, it will inhibit the growth of immune cells. So we basically need to activate our immune cells. That can be done with immunotherapy by the usage of alpha interferons, INFs. Alpha interferons, it will induce the immune cells to prevent cancer. That is how it can be treated.